Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's M48 Sphinx and welcome to a bit of a different video. I just wanted to give a bit of my thoughts on the whole quickscoping thing, Modern Warfare, and what I'm currently seeing with Call of Duty. So first things first, I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos from really well-known snipers, both in like SAW, FaZe, teams like that, really big teams. And a lot of them aren't actually using sniper rifles to quickscope anymore. Now, this is something that I've only really seen in Modern Warfare. Admittedly, I haven't really played the last couple of Call of Duties to an intense degree, whereas this one I've played really quite a lot of it. I think the last one I played quite a lot of was World War II, but it still does not touch the amount of hours that I've played on this one. So, the main thing that I'm seeing is because Modern Warfare allows you to put a scope on what seems to be pretty much every weapon in the game. I'm not sure if it is every weapon, but it seems to be that way. That we're seeing snipers use pretty much any weapon that they want. Typically, they're using a shotgun or a tac rifle, like what I'm using here. And they're adding a scope to that, and then quickscoping with that, which seems to be a much easier way of getting clips, because you don't have to worry about the bolt action. You can use a semi-automatic. Obviously there's still things like the Dragunov and sniper rifles that are actually semi-automatic, so you don't have to go out and rank up a weapon and then add a scope to it when there's already a sniper rifle. So I had a bit of a thought after watching all of these videos, because I thought, I mean, if it's easier to get a clip, then I will probably find the game a bit more enjoyable. It'd be nice to experience some more of the weapons, because typically I jump onto Call of Duty and I'm using whatever sniper rifle there is that is typically known as the best. So in this case it would be like the CAR or the AX50. So to mix it up, I thought I'd start playing hardcore, which I've seen a few people doing as well. And I'm actually going to try and start quickscoping with a Desert Eagle, which is actually really quite effective, as you can see in the gameplay. But the main difference is that the way that you have to play Call of Duty in hardcore is very different. You have to aim in a lot more. So I feel like the gameplay is a lot more like Counter-Strike, and you are aimed in a lot more, so it's not as fast-paced. But it's sort of that, it kind of feels better for me. I think I might actually end up playing hardcore for the remainder of my career, if you want to call it, on Call of Duty, because it gives me an opportunity to find different weapons and be able to try and quickscope with them. So like in my head at the moment, I've got the FAL is a weapon that I want to try and quickscope with, and the Desert Eagle, as I said. And I'm sure there'll be other weapons. I know that people are using the SKS, but I don't have the Battle Pass, so I don't actually have that at the moment. I'm not sure if you can just unlock it in game or not, but at the moment I do not have it unlocked. And the playstyle that I find feels a bit better on hardcore, because I think, as I said, it feels a bit more like Counter-Strike. I'm honestly questioning whether esports should be in hardcore mode or not, because you don't instantly die. Yes, you die quickly, but you don't instantly die, and you don't know when you flashed someone, and you don't know where anyone is, because there's no radar unless you get a UAV, and it's obviously a lot more realistic. So I'm kind of feeling like Call of Duty League should maybe make a hardcore side to it as well, because I think it would be very entertaining to see the difference, because it really is a massive difference in the way that you play the game, because all of a sudden you've got to be super tactical, because you can just die instantly. Whereas in normal Call of Duty, I feel like that's part of the problem. You can just regen your health if you get away, which obviously is still a thing in hardcore, but you are more likely to die from the person shooting you. Whereas on a game like Counter-Strike, you do not regen your health at all, which is what makes it so competitive, because players are scared to round corners because they're gonna die if they get one bullet to the head and things like that. It's for competitive play, I honestly think hardcore might be the way forward. With the competitive players that we have at the moment, I'm pretty sure they would not play hardcore, which is fine. But I honestly think that there should be another league for hardcore, and I would watch it a lot more than I do the regular, because I find the regular quite boring. I haven't really brought these points up to anyone, so I don't know anyone else's point of view. So if you have a point of view on this, then just drop a comment in the comment section below. One thing that I do find about hardcore every now and then is that certain people like to camp in corners, which doesn't happen in core. Or if it does happen, you have more of a chance of actually killing them because they're normally shit at the game. Also, in addition to what I said about competitive play on hardcore, you can also kill your teammates. Now, I'm 99% sure that's not a thing in Call of Duty competitive. So that's another aspect in like Counter-Strike and games like that, where you've all of a sudden got to be careful who you're shooting. So if you play stupidly fast when you're sliding around corners and such, I see it a lot in hardcore, and I've only been playing it for a day. You end up getting killed by teammates, or you end up killing a teammate because you just flinch and shoot, which is what gameplay should really be like. So it almost forces players to slow down and actually think about what they're doing. But that's all I've really got to say when it comes to the hardcore Call of Duty comments. But in addition, I am currently working on a montage. It has been taking a little bit longer than it should have, mainly because I had a lot of work to do. I've got less work to do now, but I still have one deadline coming up. And because I haven't edited in such a long time, or at least not edited properly in such a long time, it's been a bit of a bugger to get used to again. So I'm currently battling with that. But at some point within the next month, or maybe two, it'll probably be a month, there will be a montage coming up that is strictly Modern Warfare. And then I've got a couple of clips on IW4X as well, which I want to turn into a montage. So I've got a lot of videos coming up from myself. I know that other members of M40A3 are working on their own videos. People like Evil and Nightmare, they've just put up a dualtage, but that's on their personal channels. So there's a lot going on in M40A3 that people do not see if they're just looking at this channel. A look at our Twitter is probably a good idea, because there's various things that we tweet out and retweet and things like that all the time. So if you want to follow us over there, then please do so. And if you like this video, then drop a like. Again, tell me what you think about hardcore mode and quick scoping with different weapons. It'd be really interesting to see what your thoughts are on that. But anyway, this has been M40A3 Sphinx, and I will be seeing you in my montage whenever it comes out.
Strike incoming. Take cover. You've lost the lead, soldier. Kill confirmed. Care package inbound. We've got a UAV on station. Kill confirmed. Less than a minute. Mission time critical. Get it done.
Enemy in the construction site.
Seconds. Time's up. Move your asses. On your feet, soldier.